Well, look, Mr. Rockefeller, I am flattered. I just don't think he can deliver on any more than the previously agreed upon amount. Well, you say, but that's just kind of part of the problem, buddy. I love you, I don't trust you. I love you, I don't trust you. So if you want to do this right, you bring the senator by my office. I got a bag of balls, varying in shapes and sizes, and we'll see how many you can fit. I think the record is 8 so far. Yeah, would you believe this? Billiards balls. It took him 8 hours. It was astonishing. Well, you gotta remember about these guys, they are politicians. All right, well, I'll catch you on the flip side, Rockefeller. All right, bye. Business never sleeps, even on today of all days. A miraculous 4th of July from the greatest country on earth. I mean that. But to the business at hand, who was that? I never kiss and tell. Okay, maybe a little. Let's just say that was a businessman making the usual inquiry into a certain senator from a certain somewhere. Not particularly important, is it? Who they are, where they're from, the senator. That doesn't matter. Their camouflage might change, certainly, even if it appears they're not one of those slimy lizard people. They're getting exceptionally good at making it appear they're not like the others. But you can tell. Plus, if you pick them up and shake them real good, they'll rain enough pocket coins to buy a speedboat. They really enjoy you all fighting amongst yourselves, though. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't, or at least that's what they sell you. How did we end up with these two choices? I mean, not just choices, behemoth political machines. Enormous, faceless, powerful, and almost nauseatingly reminiscent of massive corporations. And still, each team picks their demigod arena fighter, who we know is going to fix all the problems. The long-awaited medicine has finally arrived. So they duke it out. And in this corner, weighing a tremendous 345 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, fresh off a surprising upset, make some noise for 7th day of a homeless orgy. And in this corner, fighting to reclaim the title, a Leviathan in their own right. Please make some noise for reusing an alley condom. I want a clean and fair match from the both of you. Oh, what a matchup, Tom, what a matchup. Can't wait to see these two tussle it out on the mat. And what a fight it is. Yet, the world has shown us its alternative governing methods, and I'd say we are faring remarkably well. We have a lot to be thankful for. Still, hard to deny humanity's effect on good ideas, especially in the political sphere. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. But hell, let's make some money off it, shall we? Pull up a chair. It's the end of the world.
You are now watching the End of the World show with Carson Hughes, the most American of all Americans to American. He wants the bald eagle squawk. Now, put your hands together for the host with the most, the guy, the man, the eagle Carson Hughes.
Hello, everybody. Oh, welcome to the show. Oh, my God. Yes, thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Take a seat. Oh, thank you.
Phone, sex mode engaged.
Oh,
I'm here to serve you. Daddy.
There's a perfectly logical explanation for that. It's just out right now. I'll take a message, though. I can do that. I can take a message if you like. I cannot believe you did that. After you promised me. You know our love is forbidden.
I'm sorry. Daddy.
Why you?
Daddy, harder.
You're incredibly strong for a phone.
Thank you.
Okay, come on now. Not being honest. Welcome to the show. Let's talk about being able to talk. Specifically in regard to the two major American political groups we find ourselves in. America's most hip rivalry. I can't think of a better way to spend the 4th of July than talking about this topic. One moment, please. There's so little meaningful conversation going on between these two. It's almost like we're in the 40th year of a marriage that was failing in the third. Oh, just sign the papers, Mark. Sign the papers. The current geopolitical system has pushed us to our edge. That, and I know you're banging the milkman. 2 bottles of milk march, 2. Everybody knows you only get 1. You know what I'm talking about, right? The people you consider to be the others. The bad guys, not humans, not like you. Even when we know these others are fed one-sided information from their comfortable news outlets, while just trying to live their lives, like you. Attempting to, along the way, trudge through the continuous and cascading barrage of bullshit. Yet, regardless, we like to assume and generalize the opposition to be irredeemable. And yes, some may very well be irredeemable, but certainly not all. But that's even a touchy thing to say now. So much so, it's becoming commonplace to not even speak or interact with people we disagree with. Or when we do, it seems to come in the form of, insults, aggression, elitism, physical violence. That's a new one. Well, historically, a retro way of handling things, but you get me. The problems we face today, they're going to take all of us to solve. It's a numbers game, this humanity thing, and seemingly everything's trying to kill us, including us. The more people we have on the same page, learning from one another, trying to understand what makes each other tick, the better chance we have at, not becoming extinct, which I'd say is a pretty good thing. Although it's easy for you to say, look at me. Life's so easy and carefree. Let me just sing you a campfire jingle to make all your problems and genuine fears disappear. No, not some forever kumbaya sung by some white dude with dreads. Uniting our country with the power of music. Not what I'm saying. The issues still obviously exist, but a de-escalation would be nice, even when it's frustrating. A lot of these issues are intertwined with the very moral code and worldview we've come to understand as our truth. So it's understandable why people react through anger and aggression. But I also think that's why we're at such a level of stagnation. Though I wish the world would become perfect overnight. I don't think it works that way. I think we've forgotten that deep interchange and effective democracy as a result comes from a dedication to the very perceived ignorance you desperately wish to solve. It comes from a desire to change minds, to better the world as you see it, and it's not easy. Why should you have to be the one who changes the minds of those you disagree with, especially in cases where you feel like wrongdoing has been done against you? Well, I really do believe if you want to better the world, it's got to start somewhere, with someone, and you look like the perfect candidate. The paths of those who have truly changed the world, and I mean truly changed the world, have never been easy, and they most certainly have not been fair. So it becomes important to ask yourself, what is leading others to think and act the way they do? A question that can only really be answered through interaction with those we disagree with. It's easy to name call and dismiss one another. In fact, it's kind of fun. But it doesn't do justice to the complex yet idiotic creatures we are. Knowing where someone is coming from certainly may not excuse them, especially on the political fringes of both sides. You're responsible for your opinions and the actions you take because of them. You're an adult. Your ownership is self-owned. It's the only way it can be. What on earth? Okay, I should have breathed for a moment. Am I looking at 250 limited edition The Rock bobbleheads? Why did you buy these? In my life, I often find that perspective is the missing puzzle piece in understanding the whole puzzle. Now, that's not to say we will always come to consensus. In fact, it's presumed we won't. But an extremely important concept of democracy comes from a desire to hold together the fabric of society, despite disagreement, to debate and enact policy with those we agree and disagree with. If you're an American, no matter the group you've been labeled or choose to label yourself, I implore you to take another look on this fine evening, to study every modern detail, your friends and their lives, those you love and those who love you, your daily routines and how much we all take for granted. to compare your life to those who live elsewhere, to those who are poorer than you, those who are richer than you, and to those who have come before you. So no, I don't think we're past the point of no return. But I am just one opinion. I do know we have a lot of pretty gnarly problems to tackle. And that's gnarly in how, like you describe, an open wound. Angry, pulsating, and definitely infected. I look forward to attempting to tackle them all. And learning along the way, right guys? It's gonna be so fun. But for this whole ship called the SS Democracy to float, we've got to at least tolerate each other enough to hear each other speak. No matter your race, creed, religion, sex, sexual orientation, or gender. No matter how you label yourself or have been labeled by others, you are capable of changing the world. Through communication, conversation, debate, and peaceful protest. That's how you come to solutions that stick. That's how you change minds, create influence. And boy, do I have some good news for you. The universe has miraculously gifted you the most complex tool we've ever encountered. And it's really good at creating influence. The same tool that lured us out of our caves, allowed us to fly, gave us the fortitude to erect monuments that don't even seem fathomable. It even took us to new worlds. With it, I assure you, nothing is impossible, and you are unstoppable.
Stop it, you're embarrassing me. Oh, thank you. Take your seats, you fools. It's not fair. You can't. Oh. It's Billy Ray. I know I owe you money. Please don't go for the face. Please. Learn to ask yourself, what is leading others to act in It's the ghost of Christmas past. Oh my God, he's making fireworks go off. It's incredible. Just one moment.